Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Catholic Central League Boys Soccer. St. Mary's taking on Cardinal Spellman, and this will be the first time I have ever done this. The Cardinal Spellman coach wasn't very friendly. I asked him for a roster. He only had one. Had to give it to the official scorer. Didn't want to give me names of players. So with Spellman, it's only going to be numbers. I don't even know who the goaltender is. I know Nicholas Pappas is in net for St. Mary's. I don't even know the Cardinal Spellman record because I didn't want to spend a lot of time talking to him. And I don't usually say that about people. I get along with everybody, but he was very sarcastic. He was mad because he said he wasn't getting copies of tapes of games that he played here after I had given him a phone number to call the studio. And Phil Terranzoni in the studio is one of the nicest people in the world. You call, especially coaches, and he sends you a tape. And he didn't think Phil was a very nice person and didn't want to talk to anybody, so I'm just as happy he only comes once a year here. So Spellman will be by the numbers. St. Mary's might be also, because it's extremely difficult to pick up St. Mary's numbers with those uniforms. Some of them I know. St. Mary's looking for a sweep against Spellman. They beat them at Spellman rather handily. Drop it back to Mackey. Longstefan from long range drills it wide right and out of play. Spellman will kick it away. St. Mary's knocks it down, trying to keep it in the zone. Picking off the pass is Perez down the near side. Lead pass to Perez. And Spellman knocks it out. St. Mary's will get a corner kick coming from the near side. A tough night. Boy, New England weather changes quickly. It was puffy white clouds and banging home as George. It skipped past one of the St. Mary's players, and George was out right in front and just drilled it inside the near post, and St. Mary's jumps out quickly to a 1-0 lead. Just like the last game we did here with St. Mary's, Ola George got them off and running. St. Mary's right back at it, down the far side. Cutting it in, dropping it, looking for Perez, and they kind of collided together. St. Mary's will keep it in. O'Brien knocks it up. Nolan Perez. Down the near side. Spellman breaks it up. Out in the middle. Tipped away from George. He was out in front looking for a shot. He could have given a pass to De Oliveira, too. His pass is going to be picked off, and Spellman will bring it back the other way. They knock it deep. Pappas will go out and play it on a hop. Yeah, but a little bit careful now. The turf will be wet. It rained hard. I mentioned the sun was out. It was like in the 60s most of the day. And then all of a sudden, it got very dark and overcast. And St. Mary's knocks it out of play. It rained maybe for about 10 or 15 minutes, really hard. And then it stopped. But the wind kept up. Man, it really got cold. This game was a little late starting because Spellman was late getting here. Difficult coming all the way from Braintree. Long trips. Archbishop Williams and Cardinal Spellman coming all the way here. And now, continuing on tonight, it's supposed to get extremely cold. So this might be one of those guys where we go right to winter. Oliveira takes it away, takes the shot. It went over the goaltender's head, but went over the top crossbar. Nice shot by De Oliveira. But it just sailed high over the net. So with a big stiff breeze kicking one way, it's going to go 8 miles. Kicking the other way, it might wind up going behind you. Perez knocks it deep. St. Mary's with it. Trying to center it to George. Perez has it. Knocking it to the net and headed it in. George with the shot. And out in front, I think it was De Oliveira. George threw it in front and perfect timing. He went up, got his head on it, and just tipped it into the far corner. Goaltender had no chance. So De Oliveira makes it 2-0. And we've just played 7 minutes, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. And with St. Mary's jumping out to a quick 2-0, Cardinal Spellman wants the timeout to talk about it. They come out of the timeout. Now Spellman, they're going against certainly one of the better teams. St. Mary's lost one time. They lost their first game of the season in the Lynn City tournament. They lost to Lynn Tech. In the next 14 games, they're 12-0-2. They went undefeated through the conference for the second year in a row. Was off ahead and out of play. Mackey's either knock it deep and knock it too deep. It goes into the Spellman bench area. Spellman will get the throw in. A very cold night. There's a few loyal fans sitting out in the stands. Pappas will kick it away. And Mary's coming back the other way, knocking it deep. It bounced over the foot of Ryan Freer, bringing down the near side. O'Brien breaks it up, tipping it. Freer leaves it, and then Spellman knocks it out. Longstafong trying to get around. Spellman knocks it out. O'Brien will take the throw in. Back to Longstafong. Drills the shot, looking for the far corner, pulled it wide left. George trying to get around, slips it by, takes the shot, hits the top crossbar, drilled it off the post in the top crossbar on the far side, and it bounced all the way out of play. Almost put that one in from a very tough angle. Spellman breaks up the pass. They knock it very deep. Big hop. Pappas came out to get it. Bobbled it momentarily, but picked it right up. They get in the middle of the field to Perez. Nolan Perez. He sends it deep. Bounces off George. Near side, Freer. O'Brien pops it up, trying to get it to the net. St. Mary's got a piece of it, got knocked down, trying to get a shot off. Nice save. Nice play by Freer, keeping that ball in. And now Spellman knocks it out. That was a very good hustle by Ryan Freer. Nolan Perez, nice little shift. And he bounced it off Spellman out of play. Out in front, Spellman pops it in the air, loose. Spellman will clear it out. St. Mary's keeping it in the Spellman end. It's been there most of this first period. Loose, out in front, they tried to line it up and get a shot and couldn't. Spellman fanned on it, trying to clear it away, and the goalie finally came out and grabbed it and held on. He'll kick it away. They almost gave one away there. Off the head of LeBron. Skips through. St. Mary's winds up with it, back on the Spellman end. Back to O'Brien. Longstafong. Up front to George. Deflects away. Trying to get it to the middle. Headed the wrong way by Spellman. Longstafong uses his body well to clear it, and then Spellman clears it away. Perez couldn't get the shot off. His pass gets deflected away. St. Mary's keeps it in. Ground ball to the net. Goalie makes the save. Almost looked like a shortstop on that play. Picked it off and he'll boot it away. Gets it well past midfield. Mackey kicks it back the other way. Perez gets it to Freer on the near side. Back to O'Brien. Spellman picked off the pass. Coming down the far side. Get through. Headed away. Nicely by Freer. And that's O'Brien knocking it up near midfield. Spellman bringing it back. They knock it deep. Pappas will come out and play it. And he'll kick it away. High, booming kick way past midfield. It's going to bounce a long way. Spellman knocks it out of play. 15 minutes in to this first half. St. Mary's will make substitutions. St. Mary's leading it 2-0. Getting two very quickly. Trying to center it. Spellman knocked it away. George took it away. And scores. Spellman. George just picked the pocket. Tipped it away. Almost lost it. Got it back and left-footed it inside the far post. He's got his second goal. And it's 3-0 St. Mary's. Freer kept it alive. He threw it out. It skipped past the defender. George has been involved in all three. He scored two, and he made that nice shot out in front that De Oliveira headed it in. I'm going to give Freer an assist. He took it down deep into the right corner and threw it across. George got it. Went by a couple of defenders, almost lost it off his foot, and then got it back, and with the left foot drilled it inside the far post. Spellman has not come close to Pappas. They've got a couple of long range that he played on a couple of hops, but they haven't tested him at all. He'll come all the way out of the net, play it, and boot it away. Line drives it to Perez at midfield. LeBron knocks it ahead. Perez with it. Knocks it down the far side. Oliveira trying to make a move, trying to get it in the middle. Spellman will clear it away. It goes out. Matt Gallego, number 12, he's a backup goaltender. He's out playing back on defense. His pass is picked off. Knocked down by George and taken away. Gives it to Perez. Spellman trying to knock it deep. Mackey's back there. And gets it upfield out of harm's way. Spellman coming back. From long range, taking a shot. Pappas made a diving save, and he dives on the ball. a rocket from outside the 25-yard line. Pappas dove, was going to go inside the near post. Pappas dove, knocked it down, and then scrambled to get the loose ball, lean on it, and he bangs it deep into Spellman territory. Well, Spellman got that real good shot off. Pappas took it away. And now St. Mary's will let it go out. Callego will take the throw in. And it goes out. Off Niccolo. They knock it deep. They knock it too deep. Pappas will come out and get it. Again, bouncing past midfield. Nolan Perez. The near side, Niccolo. And just a little too far. Trying to get ahead to De Oliveira and pushed it a little too far, went out of play. Niccolo tips it to the middle. Perez. Mackey gives it back. From a tough angle out in front, defense got a piece of it and knocked it away. Perez was out there trying to tip it home off the pass from Fongs to Fong. It got by, hustling back was O'Brien. And I said O'Brien, I think it was LeBron. Made the nice play. Oliveira coming up, gets it ahead. Oliveira shot, got a piece of it, knocked it over the net, bounced off the goaltender, off the post, and into the net. Looked like he tipped it. He came out a little bit, looked like he tipped it over the net, but he tipped it up, down, off the net, and in. And De Oliveira's got his second goal. And St. Mary's, at the halfway mark, has jumped on top 4-0. So Spellman maybe a little bit shell shock here. Perez picks it off. Spellman takes it away. They knock it deep, but they knock it too deep. Pappas is there. And he'll boot it away. And he bangs this one all the way to the 20-yard line. That boot, that little breeze, gets behind the ball and carries it a mile and a half. It's really blowing strong from left to right. And St. Mary's taking advantage of it. Tipped away nicely by O'Brien. O'Brien gets it back to De Oliveira. And back to O'Brien. They moved O'Brien up front. Perez out in front gets bumped off the play. Mackey boots it deep. St. Mary's had it, lost it. St. Mary's gets it back. Cutting it to the middle, they throw it across field. O'Brien coming up on the fly. They tip it back to Perez, walking in, out in front, sliding and trying to get a piece of it. Was Thongstafong, it skipped by him. Went all the way to the far side. St. Mary's gets it back, trying to walk in. And it gets knocked out off Spellman. And St. Mary's will get a corner kick coming from the far side. We'll have substitutions first for both teams. St. Mary's very quickly. Over shoulder George and Diego de Oliveira alternating goals, 2 apiece. St. Mary's leading it 4-0 here. And still a lot of the first period left. They got a head on it. I think it was De Oliveira looking for a hat trick. He got a head on it, tipped it over the net. Actually, it was Nolan Perez that got a head on it. Someone didn't bother to kick it deep with that stiff breeze blowing. You weren't going to get it very far, especially if you got it up in the air. Nolan Perez took it away and he got knocked down. They're going to call the knockdown. St. Mary's will get a free kick and they can certainly reach the net from here with that breeze behind them. Look for Perez to try and get it to the net. Look for George or De Oliveira or somebody to try and get a head on it. They pop it up right out in front and it got tipped and knocked in. Looked like it went off one of the defenders, but St. Mary's going to get credit, and I think it's Longstaffone. Perez with a perfect kick right to the net, and they went up and got a head on it and knocked it in. So Longstaffone will break that record of George and De Oliveira scoring. But a perfect kick by Perez. And all of a sudden it's 5-0. St. Mary's takes it away. Spellman takes it back. Pop to the near side. Spellman trying to gain control, the bouncing ball. Lead pass. Pappas comes out and blocks it. Good job by Pappas. They throw it out in front and they knock it wide. 2 good scoring opportunities for Spellman. They had a wide open. Pappas come out, made a great play, blocked the shot. They picked it up, threw it back out in front. And the shot went wide left and out of play. So nothing going Spellman's way here in the early going. St. Mary's hustling, can't keep it in. Matt Spencer in the game, as along with Dante Catania. Mike D'Agostino going to his bench early on with the 5-goal lead. Spellman will knock it out. They move George back, playing dead center field. A lot of fresh faces up front. Spellman knocked it out. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. Into a maze of bodies. Nobody could get a hold of it. Everybody taking a swipe at it. Couldn't get anywhere near the net. There were too many bodies out in front. If you did get a foot on it, you're going to knock it into a maze of players. Bounces by Perez. George breaks up the play. Spellman takes it away. A little lazy pass there. George back there again. St. Mary's brings it back on the Spellman end. Trying to get it in the middle. Completed the pass. Lead pass. They're going to knock it out of play. They try to give it to Spencer coming up the near side. St. Mary's will make substitutions. Trying to get it to the middle, trying to get a shot off. Finally does, but he just hits a ground ball. Mike D'Agostino sending the student body out there in this one was 5-0. A lot of fresh faces. Centering it, tipped, controlling it, lost it. St. Mary's gets it back. Spellman takes it away. That's LeBron. Nice job. Banged it off Spellman. St. Mary's lost it out of bounds. Spellman takes it away. Knock it deep. George is there to knock it away. Deflected. Went up around shoulder high trying to knock it back and couldn't. And finally bounced it. One big hop to Pappas. Straight down the middle. Tipping it back. Shot. Goalie comes out and gets it. And it's going to go out of play. Nicholas Miller, I think, was the player that I looked out. The smallest player on the field. Shot, couldn't get a lot on it. There were two defenders all around him. George was one, I think LeBron the other one. He got a left-footed shot up, but Pappas made the easy save. Aiden Sullivan's out there now. Mac D'Agostino using a lot of players, and a lot of young players. Some of our middle school kicked into foul territory in the direction of the Spellman bench. Now they kick it deep again. Pop to the middle. St. Mary's collects. Broken up. Shot. Wide left. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the telecast, I mentioned that I do not have a Cardinal Spellman roster. So I know none of the names were the goaltender or anybody else. But number 7 for Spellman has got off an awful lot of shots. One rocket that Pappas made a big-time save on, but a couple have gone, missed the net completely. But he's been very active. Longstafong heads it upfield. Put it away. They got Mackey playing up front now. Usually plays center field on defense. Coming down the far side. Spellman broke it up and took it away. George picks off the pass. They get in the middle to Longstafong, and he just knocks it deep the other way. Spellman's going to let it go out of play. St. Mary's will make a substitution. Controlling. Taking a shot. Good try. Good effort. He was getting bumped and pushed and banged. Kept trying to get around the defender. Finally wound up getting the shot off, but it went off the side of the net and out of play. That was Mackey, I believe. He's not used to doing that. He's usually back playing center field, stopping the other team from scoring. Connor Mackey, an outstanding player. Spellman's going to kick it away. Longstafong got a head on it. Gets another head on it. Spellman overran it. Mackey gets it back. Spellman coming back the other way. Just keeping it in. Blocked. Blocked again. And Mary's finally takes it away. Mackey tried to knock it deep. Trying to knock it loose. It gets knocked loose. Bodies go down. St. Mary's winds up with it. Deflected away. Spellman, I think, is going to knock it out of play. How are they going to call it off St. Mary's? Longstafong knocks it all the way back to Pappas. He gets it upfield to O'Brien. In the middle to Longstafong. And he knocks it deep. Looking for a break. Spellman lets it go out of play. Substitution for St. Mary's. Coach D'Agostino brought the student body for this one. I think that usually means he knows it's going to be an easy game, and it certainly has been. St. Mary's putting 5 on the board. George knocks it down, gets it to Thongstafong. Thongstafong gets it back. Nice little shift. Back to Thongstafong. St. Mary's just holding it and playing with it now. Final 2 minutes and counting. And the final 2 minutes and counting is over. I just looked up and saw 2 minutes. That was a very fast 2 minutes. So St. Mary's got out very quickly. Ola George and Diego de Oliveira alternated 2 apiece. And then Thongstafong threw one in. George picked up an assist. I gave Freer an assist on one. Perez had a very nice assist on Thongstafong's header. And we're at halftime. St. Mary's leading Spellman 5-0. We're underway in the second half. Big first half for St. Mary's, and they used just about everybody in the lineup. I think they used a couple of 7th or 8th graders. From long range, wide right, out of play, the shot. Out off St. Mary's. Bodies go down and St. Mary's takes it away. And the pass too far out in front. Spellman will get the throw in. Spellman picked up the pass, popped it straight up in the air. And there's Perez taking it away, keeping it in play, and still keeping it in play. Nice rush by Perez, walking right down, slips it across, and it wound up on the foot of Thongstafong. It wasn't supposed to be there, but he came in and got the pass, and he drilled the shot, and it went over everything out of play. I think it was supposed to go to Niccolo. And it went by him, and Thongstafong was there and was able to get a foot on it, but got too much of a foot on it. And there's LeBron knocking it away. Substitution for Spellman. They have a short crew. They only have 4 subs. St. Mary's has got an army. George knocks it down, leaves it for Perez. Walking in, takes the shot, drills it, and scores. George tipped it back. Perez nailed it over the goalie's head. So George has been involved in 4 of the goals. 2 goals, 2 assists. Perez now has a goal and an assist. And very quickly, just about 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 55 seconds to be exact, St. Mary's gets their 6th goal. They jump on top 6-0. That was a rocket of a shot by Perez. I don't think the goalie has seen it yet. Knocked out by Spellman. It's not going to be a happy bus ride back. St. Mary's keeping it in. Spellman gets the deflection. Pass a little bit behind. Collect. Now they're trying to go deep. It skips through. And LeBrun gets there and knocks it away and out of play. I think it was like 3 blue shirts there. Everybody went for it. Nobody got it. LeBrun finally stepped in and said, "I'll take it," and he knocked it out of play. It is bitterly cold, huh? These young guys, St. Mary's especially, just playing in the shorts. Spellman, some of them have got pads that go all the way up. Most of them are just wearing the long socks and shorts. A lot of skin showing, and it is bitterly cold. Back to Perez. Trying to get around. Has it knocked loose. Gets it back. Tips it by. Walking in. Still walking in. Takes the shot. Deflected off the goaltender and in. Perez just kept going down the near side. Going around. Snuck by a defender. Walked in from the near side from a tough angle. Drilled it. The goaltender looked like he had the save, and it deflected off the goaltender and in. And St. Mary's leads it 7-0. Back-to-back goals by Perez in the first 9 minutes. Spellman knocks it deep right to the middle of the net. Pappas grabs it, holds on, and he'll kick it away. High shot kick, the wind holding that up. St. Mary's going against the wind here in the second half. They took full advantage of the wind in the first half. Tipped away by St. Mary's. Spellman gets it back. Walking in, looking to get the shot. And that's number 7 for Spellman again. Drilling it high, wide, and not on the net. He got one good shot on the net that Pappas made a great save on. Other than that, he's been high, wide, left, right. St. Mary's will kick it away. Headed away by Perez, who's moved back to play defense. Rushed down the far side. Spellman knocks it away, knocks it out. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. De Oliveira, I think, will take it. Coming from the far side. Some very loyal fans have stayed. It's extremely cold. Now De Oliveira is not going to take it. They got a head on it, and the goalie was able to make the save. Stefan got ahead, tipped it to the net. Nice try. Goalie made the save. George takes it away. Gets it back. De Oliveira takes the shot, deflecting it off the goalie and in. No, deflected off the goalie and out. It looked like it went in the net. It went off the side of the net. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. I thought De Oliveira got a hat trick. I thought the goalie deflected another one in. Shot goes wide left. O'Brien lined up the shot. And it was Connor Mackey actually lining up the shot, drilling it wide left. St. Mary's will make mass substitutions, and they got a lot of young kids out there. Perez is like the father figure for these kids playing back on defense. Couple of nice shifts. And threw it too far in front. It goes out of play. Kick past. Perez will knock it back to Pappas and let him kick it away. Knocked deep. Knocked away nicely by the defense. Cleared away. Spellman coming back. Down the far side, trying to walk in. Pappas makes the save, and a beauty. Coming in from that far side. They try to go top shelf. Pappas went up, got a piece, and knocked it away. I think a couple of those players out there are Jeff Newhall's kids. Out in front, headed away by St. Mary's, and then cleared away by St. Mary's. Knocked all the way back. Walking in, takes the shot. It went wide left. They tried to head it in. They got a head on it, popped it up wide right and out of play. Christian Iacoviello was out there. Nicholas Miller is out there. I think Kevin Espino is out there. headed away by the St. Mary's defense. Popped up, headed away again. Tipped and knocked back to midfield. And cleared away. I think it's the number 31 out there. I don't have a number 31 on my roster. And Mary blocks the pass. Spellman takes it away. Knocked away. St. Mary's knocks it away again. And cleared away again by St. Mary's. Well, the young kids doing a job defensively. I think it's Perez and LeBron playing defense. And there's LeBron knocking it back upfield and knocking it out of play. Mass substitutions for St. Mary's. Almost a brand new team. And at 31 actually was Jacob Garino. He's listed as a backup goaltender. Still walking in, and then Perez just tips it away and knocks it out. Halfway through this second half, St. Mary's comfortably on their way to a baker's dozen, 13 wins. Keeping that winning streak alive at 15. St. Mary's knocks it away. They were standing at the side of the post. Deflected. Pappas will come out sliding and grab it and kick it away. So they lost in the first game of the season. And that first game they were missing 4 or 5 players, of course. As Pappas booms it high in the air to the Spellman end. Kevin Una. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Trying to walk in, tipped away, broken up. St. Mary's breaks it up. Spellman gets it back. St. Mary's breaks it up again. And it'll go out off St. Mary's. Spellman substitution coming in. St. Mary's got 5 in the first half. George got them off very quickly. Just about 5 minutes in, he scored. He alternated with D'Oliveira, getting 2 apiece, making it 4-0. Thongstafong got ahead off a perfect shot from about the 30-yard line, a free kick. Perez nailed it right dead center of the net, and Thongstafong headed it in, and it was 5-0 at halftime. They come out in the second half, and there's another shot by number 7, nowhere near the net. He's been all over the place, getting a lot of opportunities, but he hasn't been able to put it on the net. Second half came. Perez gave it to George. George gave it back, and Perez ripped it over the goalie's head into the back of the net to make it 6. And then George made a great play coming down the near side, went deep into the near corner, made a nice little move to get around the defender. As he got within 5 or 6 feet of the net from almost an impossible angle, he drilled it and deflected it off the goaltender. It looked like he made the save and then got a piece, and then the goaltender actually knocked it in. Perez making it back-to-back goals to start the second half. And that made it 7, and that's where we are. And the only thing left is, will Spellman get on the board? Trying to throw it in front. They got it in front. It bounced up. They got a knee on it, and they kneed it wider than that. The shot went all the way through, and they were standing out in front, but it took a big bounce, and all they could do was try to get a knee on it, trying to knee it by Pappas, and they kneed it wide. Perez will kick it away as we got 14 minutes left in this one. Knocked out. St. Mary's will get the throw in. LeBrun throws it in. Mackey gets it upfield. Knocked away. LeBrun gets it back. Blocked and taken away by Spellman. Trying to get a shot off and can't. They tip it out in front. Knocked down. Pops straight up in the air. Pappas will grab it. It was St. Mary's knocking it up in the air. Pappas is able to grab it and hold on. And he boots it past midfield. LeBrun heads it back the other way. Niccolo knocked it down. Mackey with a rush. Lost it, got it back, and as he was getting it off, it got blocked. The shot got blocked and went behind the net. And it looks like it's going to be LeBrun taking the corner kick, as we'll have substitutions for St. Mary's. Scoreboard clock now it says 9:59. It said 59 seconds. Out in front, loose, knocked away. Mackey looking for it, has it taken away. Pass broken up. Mackey breaks it up again. And breaks it up again. St. Mary's takes it away. And St. Mary's gets knocked down. He'll get a free kick. Perez will take it from just outside the 30-yard line. Gets it to the net. Goalie coming out, making a basket catch, and he'll kick it away. As I said before, the only question is Spellman going to get on the board, because the game has been over since the first couple of minutes. Nice little shift, take the shot, Pappas makes the save. He got a good look at that one, he had a clear look. And there he had it, overran it, got it back, knocked down the far side. Stopping, trying to throw it in front, skip past, Spellman will clear it away. Here comes number 7, gives it up. I thought he was going to take a shot. And they try to take the shot and they slice it wide left and out of play off the side of the foot. St. Mary's will make wholesale changes again. So St. Mary's going to go to 13, 1, and 2. St. Mary's will make a change in the net. This could be Gallego. He played up front. Well, he played defense actually early in the first half. So this could be Gallego in net as Pappas goes to the bench with 7 minutes and counting left. Knocked away nicely by St. Mary's. And then Spellman takes it away. That was Freer with the takeaway. Mackey with it. His pass is picked off. Mackey breaks it up. And it goes out. Freer tried to save it. LeBrun's pass too far ahead. A lot of different numbers because I'm sure we brought a lot of JV players because they beat Spellman, as I mentioned before, fairly easy at Spellman. So I'm sure he thought this would be an easy win. He brought them. He played all of his regulars, obviously, for a long time in the first half to make sure it would be easy. When it got 5-0, he started getting everybody in the game. And I'm assuming it's Gallego comes out and grabs it, and he'll boot it away. St. Mary's takes it away nicely. Mackey coming down the near side and gets bumped and knocked out of bounds. Referee has a little talk to number 7. And again, if you're just tuning in, the reason I say number 7 is we didn't get a roster from Spellman. Had a little problem with the Spellman coach. I don't want to get into anything. Thongs to Fong tipped that right dead center. Goalie went up saying, I can't get that one, and it just sailed over the top crossbar. Dead center of the net. Almost a perfect shot by Thongs to Fong, just a little too much foot. So the Spellman coach was not happy with me or TV 15 from the past, I guess. And we had nothing major, just a little incident that means absolutely nothing. No bad words, no screaming, hollering, yelling, just a little misunderstanding. He wanted to get copies of tapes. I gave him a phone number to call and didn't get them. I think in the past there was at least one of those games that wasn't played because our camera crew didn't show up. But Phil Terrazzoni, as I mentioned before, one of the nicest people in the world, coaches call him and he automatically mails them a copy of the tape. So Spellman coach is the only coach in America that didn't get good service from Phil Terrazzoni. He was a little upset that he didn't, or at least he said he didn't. Nothing to call the cops over. But that is the reason why I don't have any names at all. That's why I've been talking about number 7 getting a lot of shots on, trying to get him on net, but not getting him on net because I don't know his name. I didn't know the goalie's name. Trying to walk in, St. Mary's breaks it up again. The defense has played very well. And then Pappas has made a couple of big-time saves. And we're in the final 2 minutes. It was George, 5 seconds shy of 5 minutes, getting St. Mary's on the board. D'Oliveira answered. And then George and D'Oliveira did it again to make it 4-0. A perfect free kick from about the 30-yard line, right to the middle of the net by Nolan Perez. And right there was Joseph Thongstafong to head it in. And it was 5-0 at halftime. Perez came out, got a nice pass from George to knock it home. And then Perez made a nice move of his own to get back-to-back goals. That made it 7-0. And that's where we are with time winding down. As I mentioned, it's not going to be a happy bus ride back. And it's a long bus ride back. So they'll have a lot to think about. Longstafong picks it off. So we got George with 2 goals, 2 assists. We got D'Oliveira with 2 goals, Perez with 2 goals. Longstafong with a goal. Perez had 2 goals and an assist. I mentioned George with his 2 goals with 2 assists. Out in front, St. Mary's almost had another one. Spellman knocks it upfield. Time winding down. They kick it deep. It takes a couple of big bounces. And they're going to try and score here. St. Mary's breaks it up. They couldn't get the shot off. That was number 7, lining it up, trying to get one late. Time winding down. I don't know why they just don't blow the whistle here. We're in the final 2 minutes, 7-0. I'm not sure why they just don't blow it and say, let's get out of here on a very cold night. They try to head it in. It's loose. Gets kicked wide. Spellman saves it. Trying to knock it in front. St. Mary's kicks it away. St. Mary's knocks it away, and now they blow the whistle. So Pappas will get the shutout. St. Mary's will get win number 13. They make it 15 in a row after losing their first game of the season. George with 2 goals, 2 assists. D'Oliveira with 2. Perez with 2 and an assist. Longstafong with a goal. St. Mary's wins it 7-0. Pick up their 13th win. They go 13-1-2, and they make it a sweep over Spellman for the season. So St. Mary's 7, Spellman nothing. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.